Hello, I'm Dynast Amir.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Dynast.
Hey.
Welcome, sir. We've been waiting for
I was paying for the food.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, paying for the food.
Oh, okay. Where is it? Here is some ginger beer.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome drink.
I will come get it. No, just set it right there. Just set it right there. Just set it right there. Oh,
Okay.
I'll come get it. I'll come collect it. Don't
So
worry.
I've just finished introducing my side of the meeting. So if you guys would like to introduce yourselves now.
My name is Deborah Campbell, and I used to be on the faculty at the University of Georgia, so
Oh,
I lived
really?
in Athens for a number of years.
Yes.
Now I'm retired and I live in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
My name is Salama from Tanzania.
Tanzania? But you live in the US?
My husband lives in the US.
Oh, okay.
I'm James from the U.S. That's it.
Okay.
I'm Dynast.
From the US. From
And
Atlanta?
I'm Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I'm also James Ballard from California, and I'm a retired correction officer.
Oh, okay. So yesterday also we had a jailbreak. Sierra Leone. That's why we had all this commotion. You know, some people went into the jail and released a number of prisoners, and now they are still searching for them. You know, so.
It wouldn't have happened on my watch.
But we do not have, really, it's sad to say, but we do not have the sort of security America has, a jail, you know. And the area where our jail is situated, it's too much downtown. We are trying to get it up country. But then when I think of the Camp County jail, it's right in the center of town. Or even Fulton County.
Fulton County, right?
Yeah. I used to be very, very scared of American jails. That's why I did not practice criminal law much in America. I did basically immigration, personal injury, divorce. Because when you get into the legal system, the first thing you do is criminal law, court-appointed attorney.
Yes.
And then we have to go to the jail. Usually the court starts at 9 or so, and you have to go to the jail early in the morning. And I was so scared, especially when you have to go to visit the inmates in their cells. You have to go through these long corridors. I always said to myself, supposing there is a jailbreak. So I was really very scared. But anyway, and again, I always think about this. One day I was coming down the elevator in the jail. The place was so clean and nice and decent. So I said to myself, while I was talking to somebody, said, this jail is very nice. And one of the police officers there said to me, Madam, no jail is nice. No jail in the world is nice. And I still remember that. Because when you get into that jail and the door has a certain sound,
Slam.
when it locks behind you, you know. But anyway, let's continue.
Jim Webb from Chicago, real estate developer,
Okay,
constructor.
we need you here.
I'm Brandon Tolliver from Maryland in the USA, and that's pretty much it.
I'm Millicent from New Jersey.
Okay.
Stacy Geriatric Nursing, retired police officer in real estate.
Terminating Tolliver, retired social worker.
Shauna Bunting from Texas, Dallas, Texas, and I'm a healthcare professional.
Okay.
Douglas Newhouse, Houston, Texas.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Lumumba from Atlanta.
And you?
You back?
Well, once again, welcome to Sierra Leone. I'm sure you've been through all the little pep talks from the government, so they've told you a whole lot about Sierra Leone. But I did tell Diners that if you had any special questions that you wanted to ask, that he should send them to me.
He's the only one that responded.
Yes, but I have my lawyers here, and if there's anything you want to know, just, let's see how we can tell you about that. Usually people are interested in land purchase, taxation, company law, company registration. So if you have any questions, we will be delighted to answer.
How does taxes work here?
Taxes.
Well, we have the National Revenue Authority.
Yeah.
They're responsible for all the taxation in Sierra Leone, and we have several taxes that we pay. So anything that surrounds its taxation, we have a whole office in place for that. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have a sales tax?
Yes. In addition, actually, we have like she mentioned, we have the national authority responsible to collect, and we have those inbox like a POS attached to some sales places like outlet, pharmacies, and a lot of business places that we collect the day-to-day tax from the retail, which all will be accumulated, and we monitor through the NRA, which is the authority, and by so doing we will have the calculated tax as the government will.
We have real estate tax. When you buy or sell a house, we have taxes that we pay. When you register land, when you register real property that you like, you will pay tax also. How much is the tax on that?
That's 10%.
10%.
Upon the general purchase.
Of the consideration.
Purchase price of the house.
Is that
Yes?
year over year, or how does that work?
Oh, per year. No, one-time tax.
One time.
Yes, the conveyancing, that's one-time tax that we pay.
So with the business tax, do you pay at the end of the year, or is it prorated? Like monthly or quarterly?
With regards to business, in as much as our businesses have been distributed into large scale, small scale, and medium scales, actually the capital of the business will determine. There are others which we run like 3 months, which is like 90 days, others 6 months, and yearly. It depends the type of business as it falls between the categories listed. Like for example, the small scale business will be the retail, like going outside buying water and so like. So the middle scale would be like those who have to buy from the importer, and then the large scale would be those importing in and exporting, something like that. So their taxes are different, and their activities are also different regarding the type of business you want to run into.
I had a question I had dropped in the chat. I don't know if you were able to send it over. So that question is, are there occupational and or licensed societies of architects, constructors, engineers, and real estate professionals, including attorneys here?
We do have registered, I think I sent one to.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that one was for architects. Most of these states have licensed agencies that we work with. We have engineers, we have architects. Realtors, I just spoke to a realtor yesterday, and he said they are still working on having a registered entity. They don't have, but yes, we do have.
So how would I find out the names of such? Because I'm looking for professionals in all of those particular trades and professions.
You're looking for individual professionals?
Yes.
Okay. Diners, the document I sent to you.
Okay.
That is for architects, engineers, and their names are there.
Okay. I sent it.
He has that.
I sent it.
And what else?
Real estate professionals. So like if I was looking for land, how would I go about, like, because in the States we have realtors, right? So I don't know who I would need to talk to about being able to
Yes, that's what I was saying. I spoke to one of the realtors yesterday. He says they are now working on setting up an entity. But if you need any like referrals, I could give you a couple of names.
Okay.
But for the architects, that document I sent you has most names of architects and engineers.
Okay.
Okay.
And how about builders? Like, because I don't know how building is done in this country.
That's the architects. You
Okay.
get that from the list of architects that I gave to you. Because they have small scale builders and they have large scale builders. You will find the large scale builders in the list I gave to him. And also the large scale. We don't have that many here. But mostly you could find those through the Ministry of Works. I'm trying to put together a list that I could give to you, Dynas.
So my next question would be, as it pertains to the import of goods here, are there like any type of special tariffs to be able to send stuff from the States here, considering we'd have dual citizenship?
Oh, even though you have dual citizenship, all the rights and benefits of a citizen you have. You know, so I mean, if you are going to import, they are not going to look at it as if you are a dual citizen, because you would already be a Sierra Leonean anyway. So whatever taxes Sierra Leoneans pay pertains to you, if that's what you are asking for.
With regards to your question, what my lady is trying to say is that when you want to, for example, if you want to import into Sierra Leone, you want to import like essential commodities, building materials, or other personal effects, please be advised that those things have their own scales and their own ways. For example, if you want to bring essential commodities, which are likely like daily food, like water, rice, oil, and the like, it is absolutely different than bringing in building materials and other related issues. So when you're ready, actually, you will be advised, so you will know exactly what to do. And upon the nature of being an American of Sierra Leone, doing business in Sierra Leone is open up. If you can walk around, you can see Indians, Indonesians, and a lot of people coming in to do business. Everybody is treated fairly. Everybody is treated fairly regardless of your language.
So how does the AGOA Act fit into that? You know what I'm saying? So the African Growth and Opportunity Act, is that still something that's a vehicle for us to be able to tap into, or is that expired?
They're still working on it. I think it's yearly, revised yearly, I'm not too
I
sure.
think it got renewed.
Huh?
I think it was renewed already.
It was renewed already,
I
okay.
think
They have a
so.
special office for that, but they're still working on that. And it deals mostly with manufactured goods in Sierra Leone that are depending on the tax that they incur when they're manufactured here. But they are still working on that.
I have a question. What would be our citizenship status?
What would be
Like, will we be naturalized citizens or will we be native citizens?
you'll be naturalized citizens?
We're naturalized citizens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like we are naturalized Americans when we become citizens.
Okay.
But all the rights and benefits will pertain to it, except of course presidency.
So if I have kids outside of Sierra Leone, they can still come and
Becomes
get that?
be Sierra Leone, yes, because yours by virtue of they become derivative, because by virtue of you being a Sierra Leonean, no matter where they are born, they are Sierra Leoneans by heritage.
So if you say they become citizens by virtue of,
By heritage.
well, do they have to fill out any paperwork in the United States, or how does that work for the children?
Remember,
For example,
I told you guys to bring all your documents for your kids to start the process here once you got your passports.
Oh, I must have missed that.
It would be the same
We
process,
have a
right?
Sierra Leone embassy, like in
Okay.
America, where the document you need is a passport. So you will register them at the Sierra Leone embassy and apply for a passport through the embassy.
Are they doing it in the embassy passports in America?
Sierra Leone passports
Yeah.
in America.
I was told that they were.
At least you can send in the forms there, but I don't think then they will have to send them here to print.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But my daughter would not have to come here to get her citizenship.
I think she will have to.
Yeah, I think everything is done.
Here.
Well, but they were saying that.
Is that what they told you?
Well, no, we'll talk. But yeah, I told everybody to bring their kid stuff. So once you got your
Yeah,
passport,
so
you
that
can start the process here.
they just endorse it while you're
Yeah.
here. You know? Will your kids be anxious to be Sierra Leoneans?
Maybe.
It's nice to have dual citizenship here. With what is happening in the world now, you want a place you can go to and just show your passport.
A minor is considered to be 20 years and younger,
18.
18 and
Yes.
younger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Anybody looking to buy land? You were looking to buy land?
At some point.
Huh?
At some point.
At some point. That's very difficult to do because of the system of land ownership in this area. We do not have title insurance like you have in America. And it is sad to say that some landowners perpetrate fraud on the buyers. You may have one person who has a plot of land and he sells it to 2 or 3 people. That's a problem we always have here. So, but the way you go out that is to find a good surveyor. We have a lands registry at the Goxie building, the administrator and registrar general, so that whenever anybody buys land, you can go there and register your land. And then it shows that you are the owner of the land. It's just that people are not vigilant enough to check.
Is there government land that is up for purchase that the government owns only?
There is government land up for purchase, but it is really quite difficult because basically you need to lease the land for like 2 years and develop the land. After you've developed the land, then you can buy the land. Because the government does not want the situation whereby certain people will hoard the land, buy the land and just keep it and not to do anything with it. So you have to show that you really want to possess the land, you build something on it, even if it is just a foundation. You build it there, you are given like 2 or 3 years to develop the land, and after that, you buy the land. The beautiful thing is that it is much cheaper than ordinary commercial land.
Is there such thing as eminent domain that's exercised here by the government?
Sometimes, yes, there is. But that is mainly like you see Wilkinson Road now. The road leading to your hotel. It used to be a tiny 2-lane road when the British built it. A few years back, the government wanted to expand the road, and there were houses on both sides of the road. So the government exercised eminent domain to get people's land, to break part of people's land, but then they pay them some kind of compensation. It will not be adequate, but it will be compensation, so that the government can forcibly acquire the land for a public use to build a road there.
Considering all what's been going on over the last few days. Considering all what's been going on over the last few days.
I didn't get that.
Considering what's all been going on over the last few days.
Yeah.
In the event that there is regime change, what happens to property rights?
So property rights?
Yes.
If you own the land, you own the land. Regime change does not really affect regime change. This land that I am sitting on, this used to be government land and I acquired it from the government. So it is mine now, but if there was a regime change, they are not going to take it from me because I have possessed it, I have built in it, it belongs to me now. So politics is, unless there is, well, sometimes when you have political entities involved, there may be that, but at all points they have to go through the courts. You cannot take your land forcibly.
Well, in addition to land tenure systems, there are two systems. We have the customary and the English land tenure system. Like in the city, Freetown, we have the English land tenure system. But in the provinces, we have the customary land tenure system. So getting land in Freetown, the procedure is quite different to that in the provinces. In the provinces, the land is entirely under the control of the paramount chief of each chiefdom. So when he owns land, he's the custodian. Every family owns a portion of land that the family claims, but everything is under the paramount chief. Like if you want to do big time investment in the provinces, first point of call, you contact the paramount chief and he will then show you the families that own particular plots of lands. So you then contact the family, but you must go through the paramount chief. Like here now, an individual can sell a land to you. Like for example, what our head of chamber has mentioned is that she owns this place. If she wants to sell it, she can now sell it to you directly. But in the provinces, you have to go through the paramount chief first. And as a way of guide, it's better for you whenever you want to do, you go through a solicitor because there are many fraudsters out there about land and estate issues. So you have what we call due diligence. You search for it all over to see that the land being proposed to be sold to you is a very credible land so that you will not fall in their traps. That is the system that you have.
My question is, in the case of me, if I own land and something happened to me, does my child automatically inherit my property, or do you have to petition the court, or does the next, your children or child have to, if they're not Sierra Leone, do they have to come back here and?
It depends. If you left a will, then the land goes to whoever you will it. So the law basically is just like America. If you did not leave a will, then we have to do letters of administration. The court will have to administer the land because that child may not be the only child that you have. There are other entities who may have an interest in the land. So you have to go to the court to get letters of administration. Land will be administered and it will be allocated to whoever is entitled to it.
So you need a Sierra Leonean will from here, or just, one will covers?
Well, I'm not sure if your will in America would work here.
Okay.
Really, I'm not sure. You probably have to register it. You'll have to register it here because it's a foreign will. You bring it here and then you register it at the administrator and registrar generals.
How well developed is trademark and copyright law here?
It's trademark law.
Okay. Yes, actually, with regards to trademark, in as much as
trademark.
Yes.
Registration of trademark. Yes.
In as much as most businesses have a hub, what they do, ours will probably have tried to make sure we match with the ISO standard, which is the international standards organization which cuts across the whole world. And then our laws here now help to make sure that if, for example, you want to bring in iPhone, right, you will have a certificate from the iPhone company giving you the power, like an Anthony, to you to register it here. So you will be the sole trade, you will have the trademark to import it to Sierra Leone. You understand, sir?
Yep. So I'll give you an example. Right?
Okay.
I've seen a lot of places that have called themselves WhatsApp or Cash App here. And if that was happening in the States, they would send cease and desist letters so that no one could use any part of that name inside of a business. So say I open a Harold's Chicken Shack, right? And I got a license to use that. Somebody here doesn't know how to, they see my Harold's. It's like, oh, I'm gonna open up a Harold's too. How do I stop them from doing that?
You can sue them.
Yes, with regards to
Trademark infringement. Yeah, you
infringement,
can
yes,
sue
under the
them.
property law, yes, intellectual property. As long as you have all the paperwork and somebody will take that as an infringement, you have the right to sue them.
How does driver's license work? For us, we say we want to get a driver's license here. How does that work?
You go and take a test, and if you pass the test, you go and get your license. Because you're a Sierra Leonean now, you need, of course, to show your citizenship certificate to show that you're a citizen. And as long as you pass the test, you'll be given a license. Just like America. You see, we should realize that Sierra Leone and America have basically the same law. The law of America is the common law of, it derives from the common law of England. The law of Sierra Leone, because we were colonized by England, our laws that derives from the common law of England. So we have basically, it's just that in America, the laws are very, very advanced. Ours are not as advanced, but it's basically the same origin.
You have a rate sheet that you can send over?
And what?
Rate sheet? Typically, like when I've engaged lawyers, they send over like some type of contract, and then they have a actually rate sheet. So like if you were working on something, it would cost one thing. If one of your junior lawyers were working, it would cost something else. If it was a paralegal, it would cost something else. So do you have like a rate sheet you can send over?
It's more or less a personal agreement between the client and the lawyer. No, we don't have. I don't know of any.
Okay.
Yes. So when are you all going to be sworn in?
Don't know yet. Either Friday or Monday.
Oh, okay.
They still have to go to biometrics.
Ah, okay. Have you done your biometrics?
Not yet.
Oh, what? You still have time because they could do the biometrics in one day, right?
Right. So hopefully tomorrow.
Ah, okay. Any more questions?
I guess not. You're a quiet bunch. You always come back to lunch. Everybody has a ton of questions.
Yeah, my office is right here. You have my card. You can call me from. You can call me from the US. You can send me a text. You can send me a WhatsApp. My number there is a WhatsApp number, so you can send a WhatsApp number, WhatsApp message to me, and I will address your message, your inquiry. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, we go take our picture.
Yes. Usually we take
our picture. Yeah.